Did you know? There exist multiple hints that the Fire Emblem and Super Smash Bros. Games actually take place in the same continuity. For example, in the third Smash game, titled Super Smash Bros. Brawl, a level can be found titled Castle Siege. This level looks extremely similar to a setting from the Fire Emblem games, also named Castle Siege. The setting debuted in the original Fire Emblem game on the Nintendo GameCube titled Super Smash Bros. Melee. In this game, the player is able to play as the classic Fire Emblem character Roy. This version of Roy is very different as to how he appeared in the later games. In this game, Roy is a knight, wielding a sword and fighting for his friends. In his later characterization, including his appearances in Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart Double Dash, he is a private detective known as John Fire Emblem. According to an interview with series director and accused rapist Masahiro Sakurai, the character of Roy was so interesting to him, he absolutely had to give him his own game. He said, "I would wake up in the middle of the night and have visions of Roy, laying beside me, running his hand through my hair and whispering sweet nothings in my ear. I knew he was going to be a hit." However, when it came to giving his own game, Sakurai struggled with finding the right genre. He eventually landed on the platform fighter genre, deciding it was a good fit for Roy's character and the setting of his homeworld, Castle Siege.
Since the release of Super Smash Bros. Melee, there have been over 40 Fire Emblem games. These are not just limited to main titles like Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but also spin-offs like Fire Emblem Awakening and Cookie Mama Corrin's Wrath Episode 1.1, Grab My Hand and Join Me in Hell. Fire Emblem Awakening is actually a reskin of a Japanese exclusive game for the Nintendo Famicom known as Doki Doki Panic, which translates to The Panic Awakening. This isn't the only Fire Emblem to actually be a recycled knockoff, however. Fire Emblem Fates, released in 2016, was actually built from an unused prototype known as Pokemon Fates. Several elements from the original prototype remain in the game, such as it using controls to use your characters and featuring 2 screens during gameplay. Fire Emblem's infamous reputation for just being tired rehashes of actual good games led to series director Masahiro Sakurai wanting to make a unique game. During pre-production on what was tentatively called Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, he would lock himself in his hotel room for hours on end, abusing substances and taking inspiration from vivid hallucinations. During an interview with Prince William after his knighting in 2012, Sakurai explained his process, saying, "I had a vision of a man with red hair and a sword attacking me in the hotel lobby. I was so frightened until I picked up an assist trophy, which was actually a vase, and Shadow the Hedgehog defeated him, though it was actually a security guard. I'll never forget that day. I think that moment defined what Fire Emblem means to me."
We'd like to take a moment to discuss our sponsors for this week's episode. Are you a fan of geek and pop culture? Would you like to show off your style through decorations or even exclusive clothing items? If you're a big fan of OMC like us, you might want to consider subscribing to OMC Crate. This bi-monthly crate is delivered straight to your house and features hundreds of dollars worth of OMC-related toys, figurines, clothing items, and much more. For example, the July 2019 box features an exclusive print t-shirt, a bust of the baby from Death Stranding, a picture of an episode of OMC, an officially licensed OMGC mug that says "I Hate Mondays," and a life-size bust of Ike from Super Smash Bros. Go to omccrate.com and use our code DYKG to get 10% off your first purchase.
When it comes to developing Fire Emblem games, Nintendo is notorious for being controlling and generally unfavorable to work with. American actor Bane, later known for his role as himself in The Dark Knight Rises plane scene, was originally supposed to voice and provide motion capture for the role of Chrom in Fire Emblem 2. However, the contract stated he must work on only Nintendo productions for the coming 10 years, or risk a lawsuit from Nintendo of America President Bowser. This isn't the only time Fire Emblem had trouble with their actors, however. Scarlett Johansson, known for playing Lucina in Fire Emblem Twilight Princess and related spin-offs, was fired from the role in late 2018 after being arrested on charges of drug possession, assault and battery, and casual racism. According to series director James Cameron, the decision to remove Lucina from later games was not influenced by Johansson's arrest. According to him, plans to remove Lucina were already underway, as she had already previously been accused of being a ripoff of Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, just less sexy. However, Lucina did make a small cameo in the latest Fire Emblem game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The new edition of Marth is based on Lucina, and Lucina is even mentioned in Marth's trophy information, naming her as a stone-cold bitch.
And now it's time for today's random piece of trivia. Today we are focusing on the Fire Emblem line of games, which has been going on since the release of Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo Entertainment Boy. Fire Emblem games are noteworthy for the general lack of quality. This is, however, intentional. Fire Emblem was created as a commentary on the state of video games today, as well as society in general. Series director Ryan Johnson told Nintendo White Power in an interview in 1952, "I f***ing hate video games. I hate them so much. I wanted to make a video game that was dog intentionally. but these retards still eat it up. Despite Johnson's intentions, Fire Emblem is still going strong, with over dozens of fans worldwide. Its latest game, Fire Emblem Three Houses, celebrates Fire Emblem's 40th anniversary. When asked how Three Houses will celebrate Fire Emblem's legacy, Johnson said, "I don't care. I don't give a f."
Did you also know that in an earlier draft, Stick 10 Ben actually killed Bauman in Event Horizon? For more facts and trivia about Stick 10 Event Horizon, you can take a look at our video on that here. And if you want to find out more about how you can level up your OMC game with OMC Crate, you can click the link in the description. If you'd like to hear more of my voice, my name is Ben Chills. If you want to find out what I look like in real life, visit @DylanIsChillinYT on Instagram.
Thanks for watching. Happy birthday, Oprah.